shows up, right? And so I was at work. I told you all before that the work that I do is around health, wellness, agriculture. And so we had some people that came in from Detroit and other places who were visiting our farm, just to kind of connect the pieces to really get these community gardens going for food security within our communities, with our people, right? That's the work that we have to do. And one of the ladies, we were visiting the orchard, and one of the ladies had on that shirt that said Geechee. And I really couldn't see anything else on this shirt. I just saw Geechee. And so I stopped, immediately my mind went to the Gullah Geechee dream, and I'm just like, whoa, okay. And I asked her, I was like, are you Geechee? And she was like, yeah, I'm Gullah Geechee. And I was like, okay. And I was like, where are you from? You from the Carolinas? She was like, yeah, the Carolinas and Mississippi. Carolinas, Georgia, and Mississippi. I was like, oh, okay. But I didn't even know that there were Gullah Geechee people in Mississippi. So I learned something from that quick conversation. So we continued to walk. I had a conversation with someone else, and so my spirit told me to stop her again and share with her about, I said I wanted to, talk to you because I had a dream that came to me a few months back about the Gullah Geechee people. And she said, like, share me, what was the dream about? And I was like, well, basically in the dream, it was just telling me, it was showing me piles of Gullah Geechee people, like piles of body being thrown, heaps of bodies of the Gullah Geechee people had been put, and it was like in this land, a whole bunch of land, and they were putting piles of the Gullah Geechee people, in this, putting people, Gullah Geechee people in the pile, right? I get my words right. So, and she said, wow, okay. She said, well, she shared with me about what's going on now, that those locations, specifically like in the Carolinas, and I think she said in Savannah, they are gentrifying the Gullah Geechee area, and they are digging up the bodies out of the graves of these Gullah Geechee people and moving them. So they're taking their bodies out and they're piling them. And when she said that took me right back to the dream, because I'm like, that's what I saw. Like, I saw those bodies, those dead bodies being piled up. And she said the people there, the Gullah Geechee people there, are fighting against what's going on of them gentrifying this area. And, she's like, people from, Congress have came down, the government, everybody's getting involved of what they're doing to this area, what they're doing to this land, because they're fighting for their land. And I was like, wow. I was like, that's amazing that came to me in my dream. And I had no clue, And she said, had I been researching Gullah Geechee people? I said, no. She said, you got Gullah Geechee in your family? I said, I don't know. If I do, I don't know. But I hadn't been researching it. It just came to me in my dream. Just showed itself up. And she shared with me that they do these Gullah Geechee tours in Savannah, Georgia. I didn't know about. But she shared that they do these tours. They take you on the beach in that area. And my mind immediately went to the dream when, I'm not the dream, the movie about the Gullah Geechee people that I saw a few months back as well on Yellow Mary. I can't think of the name of the Gullah Geechee movie, but it's a movie about the Geechee people. But my mind immediately went there when she talked about they take you to the beach and we do a ceremony. And there's also one of the Gullah Geechee people, ladies that's over at the tours, and she's going to connect me with that, because when she shared, my my mind was immediately like, okay, that's where you're going for your birthday. Like I've been pondering, where do I want to travel to for my birthday? And I was looking up Nigeria, I was looking up Montego Bay, but nothing really just clicked. Was like, oh, this is where I want to go. And I was like, I don't really know where I want to go for my birthday. And I always go out of the country most of the time, and I didn't really know where would be a good spot. But when she shared about the Gullah Geechee tours and the ceremony that's done, I was like, that's where I need to be for my birthday. So June 28th, I turned 44. Every birthday is special, and I'm gonna go to Savannah, Georgia, to take the tour, stay there for about 5 or 6 days, do the ceremony, and just immerse myself in the Gullah Geechee culture and just see what becomes of it. But I definitely wanted to share with you all, give you all an update on what just happened literally probably like an hour ago on the Gullah Geechee and my connection to the Gullah Geechee. So I definitely keep you all updated on the travels, on the ceremony, on my connections, on everything that happens when I go do my ceremony this summer for my birthday, solar return, Earth Day, whatever you want to call it, into this physical realm. And I'm excited because it resonates with my spirit that that's where I should be, that's where I should go, that's what I should do. And learn. I'm always looking for different things to learn, and especially when it's about our people and our culture. And she shared with me that they have their language, like the Gullah language, is still taught, and they have their own Gullah Bible, like the Bible was translated into the Gullah language. And she said she was never taught the Gullah language, but when she got the book and started reading, it just came to her. She could read just like she had been taught. It taught the language, and they asked, how does she know? It's like, it's just in my DNA, right? So I'm gonna go and travel and see, what comes of that experience. I never press hard for things. When the universe shows me, the timing is always right when it, brings itself to head. I don't push or force it, and try to just make sense of it, because that was probably 2 or 3 months ago. Here it is, end of May, and now, it's being received. So, the timing, I would say, even with manifestations, and being today is a full moon energy, when we're looking for things to show up, when we want things to show up, I think it's completely out of our wanting, and more so of just knowing that it's going to come. And the timing for when it does show up is going to be the timing of what it needs to be when it does show up. So there's no push to receive. There's just an expectation of knowing that it is going to come. And so I've noticed that even in my life, when I don't constantly worry about, when is this going to happen? I want this to happen. When is it going to come? Why is it not here yet? When I kind of put it out there, but then I leave it and, move on to the next thing that's going on in my life, I notice that things start to manifest themselves sooner than me forcing it. And that it doesn't even matter if I do any type of, ritual or spell or anything. It's just me putting it out there and then just letting it go, knowing that it's already done. And you'll hear a lot of people that talk about the power of assumption, and I definitely feel like the power of assumption is big. where all you have to do really is just with the power of assumption, all you got to do really is just put it out there, knowing that it's going to happen, and allow it to happen, and not push for anything, and not constantly ponder over it, but just knowing that it is to come. So I just wanted to give you all an update on the Gullah Geechee. Not so much the dream, but it coming into fruition in this physical form, and the journey that is leading me on, because it's actually leading me on a journey which I think is very interesting. So I'm excited about whatever becomes of my trip to Savannah. I'm going to get with her and start making arrangements and trips for it. I'm excited to go down there and have this experience, and I'll see what happens. So as always, I'll leave you all in peace, and